By the time he probably was like 250 pounds, if not more. He was so mad that he went into the kitchen, grabbed a cup and just slammed it on the ground, just mad. Then he continued to scream and holler. And he was so mad, y'all. I know it sounds kind of unbelievable the way I'm saying it, why he would be this mad over a remote, but literally this is over a remote, like not getting the remote to watch TV. He kept hollering and screaming, cussing me out. He was so angry that after he threw the glass on the floor, he went into the hallway. We had a small hallway, still screaming, and just punched the wall. He punched a big hole in the wall. Like hand went through the wall. That's when I knew that it was time to go. I grabbed my daughter. I grabbed Haley. I grabbed my daughter. At the time, like I said, she was around less than 6 months, like a couple of months. She was just sitting on the couch. I grabbed her up and I told him, I said, we're leaving. Like, I'm not staying here with you acting like this. You just punched a hole in the wall. That means the next thing you're going to do, you're going to try to punch me because that's really what you want to do. You're throwing dishes and stuff. Like, we're about to go. I proceeded to grab Haley up and walk to the door. As I walked to the door to open the door, he ran to the door and stood in front of the door. He locked the door. He stood in front of me. He said, you're not going anywhere. I still remember how I felt in that moment. I cannot begin to tell y'all how scared I was. I was probably 125 pounds at that time. I had a baby in my arm, and this huge 250-pound guy, 6'3", was standing there stopping me from going out the house. I knew I couldn't fight him. Like, there's no way. So I was scared, but I didn't really want to show him that I was scared. So I begged, I said, please, just let me leave. Let me get Haley. Let us leave. Let us go. You need to calm down. I said, we can talk about this later. Just let me go. He said, no, you're not going anywhere. I said, I need to go. We need to get out of here. Because I was scared to death that something was going to happen to me. And after he locked that door, I was scared that I was not going to make it to see another day. So he wouldn't let me leave. He locked the door. He was still standing in front of the door. So I just walked away from the door. I put Haley down. I put my daughter down on the couch. I picked up my phone and I said, I'm calling 911. I opened my phone. I still remember I had I think it was called a Razor. It was a flip phone. Flip phones were in then. And I opened it up and he came behind me, pulled the phone out of my hand, forcefully pulled the phone out of my hand and broke it in half in one swipe. Just broke it in half. And he said, you're not calling anybody. At this point, y'all, I'm literally freaking out inside. Like, literally freaking out. I leave Haley on the couch and I went into the room and I said, yes, I'm leaving. And I went into the room and I just started kind of grabbing some clothes out of the closet. Like, I got to get out of here. I got to think of a way. Like, in my mind, I was thinking I got to think of something because I knew he was just going to stand in front of the door again. And I didn't want Haley to be I didn't want my daughter to be in the middle of anything. She was, and I keep saying Haley. I'm trying not to say Haley, but that's her name. So I'm going to just call her out. I didn't want Haley to be in the middle of it. So I left her on the couch and I went in there and she was just crying. She was just crying and screaming. And she was just crying because it was like a lot of screaming and hollering. And she was just sitting over there crying and I couldn't do anything. And I didn't want her. Sorry, y'all. I didn't want her to get hurt. Like, if he tried to do something to me, I didn't want to be holding her. So I left her on the couch and I was just like, I'm going to get her. And I went to the bedroom and I started trying to get, some clothes. And really in my mind, what I was thinking was, well, maybe if I take him to the bedroom and leave him in there, maybe I can run to the door really quick and get out. Like, run to the door, grab Haley and just run and get out. And that was in my mind. So yeah, I was like, maybe if I lure him into the bedroom and the time when he's least expecting it, run away from him, grab Haley and run out the door. So I started acting like I was getting clothes, even though I cared nothing about the clothes that I acted like I was getting.